What's good, everybody? It's man Big Dom coming live and at you, another True Players podcast episode. Yes, I am live right now as we speak. And let me tell you something, guys. I had to change my whole episode topic because of the gut punch I received yesterday, a gut punch I received today as the Mets lose Edwin Diaz to the LA Dodgers. They lose Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles. And when I heard Diaz he went to the LA for 3 years for 3 years for I believe $69 million. I'm saying to myself, like, you mean to tell me the Mets couldn't match that or exceed that? Which it goes to show you why I question their team president. You know, I question David Stearns' plan. Was his plan intentionally to get rid of all the players that he didn't bring in? Is he pulling a Joe Douglas here? You can't lose. How are you? I just want to know what the plan is to replace Edwin Diaz and Pete Alonso. As far as back in the bullpen, because Devin Williams is not the answer as closer for the New York Mets. He couldn't do it with the Yankees. What makes you think he's going to do it with the Mets? Let's be real honest about that situation. But I'll give you a reason why both these players left the Mets. Because the general manager, the team president, did not regard them as priority. He felt they were replaceable. I don't know how you're going to replace 38 home runs and 140-some RBIs. Like Ron Darling said after Pete signed that contract with Baltimore, Juan Soto's going to get walked 150 times this year. He's going to get walked 150 times this year. What's the protection for Soto? Who are you going to get to protect Soto? This lineup has gotten weaker significantly. You had the big-time bat coming on, big-time bat in a cleanup spot in Alonso. Who's going to be that bat? Vientos? As right now, Vientos is the starting first baseman. How do you guys feel about that? I don't feel too great about it. I really don't. So you mean to tell me this guy Stearns was all about giving 3-year contracts to players? But wait a minute, that's cap, because check this out. Give Juan Soto 15 years. But to keep talent here and Diaz and Alonso, which could help springboard the Mets, to help the Mets compete with the Phillies, to at least be in position to win a division. Let me tell you something. I told you guys in previous episodes, the Braves had an off year last season. They're going to be back this year in full throttle to compete for that division as well. The Marlins can be better than us. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I heard other podcasts saying that he knows the guy knows what he's doing. That's the reason why he didn't like those guys. I don't give a damn what the team president doesn't like. Those guys were cornerstones. You traded Nemo. I get it. You want to trade Nemo because you didn't like his defense. But how about trading Nemo for a starting pitcher and not for a 35-year-old second baseman whose career is going the other way? And then taking on more money at that. He must like the number 3. This guy Simeon has 3 years left on his contract. Was that smart? Was it equitable? No, it wasn't equitable. Like I told you guys in previous podcasts, I was going to go with Pete 4 years, 160, $40 million a year. I'll give him a team and player option for the 5th year. He makes another $40 million. That contract becomes $200 million. With Steve Cohen's pockets, they could have done that deal. You let Pete Alonso go to the Orioles without an offer This sounds like Sandy Alderson and Jose Reyes years back. Pete went down there for the money. Let's be real. The Orioles are not going to be contending. Let's be a buck about this. You still got the Yankees and the Blue Jays and the Rays who are better than them. It's going to be tough business to compete in that AL East division. I don't understand it. They told Diaz, well, we're going to give you 3 years, $66 million, and with some wiggle room. He goes to the Dodgers, who you already know what's going to happen. They're going to go for a third World Series championship. Now, he's going to get his ring the easy way. 3 years, $66 million, and we got some wiggle room. How about you just straight out just come out with a strong offer and be like, yo, we're gonna give you 3 years, 75 million. That's what I would have done. If Edwin Diaz walks away from 3 years, $37 million, he could go to the Dodgers. But you came out with 3 years, $66 million. I don't know. I don't know what this organization is doing. The way this team collapsed this past season. In June, they were the best team in baseball, 45-27. In June last year, the best record in baseball in June, and did not make the playoffs. You know why they did not make the playoffs? Because the team president made some bad trades that failed on them. He traded for Helsley, didn't work. He traded for Gregory Soto, which in the fall, I can't blame the general manager on that, because the manager thought he was perpetual Pedro Feliciano and still running him out every game. You signed Frankie Montas, 3 years, $75 million, when you could have kept Severino for that same amount of money if you prioritized him while you was trying to sign Soto. I don't know, some other podcasters, some prominent podcasters from WFN, veterans saying, oh, I believe in what he's doing. I believe what he's doing. Now it's his show now. It was always his show since the beginning when he got hired. Just so you guys know that he's a team president. He's not the GM of the New York Mets. He's a team president. He did not hire a GM. So it's him making all the decisions. I was telling my coworkers, if they let Pete go, it's going to be a fan revolt on the New York Mets. As I'm reading through Facebook, I'm seeing people not renewing their season tickets. They're not renewing it. I understand. I totally understand Davidson's point of view as far as not listening to the fans all the time. But you got to know how to read the fans as well. That's what gets those people in the seats. The fans did their part last season with Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen challenged the fans to fill that stadium, and we did fill that stadium almost every game. And the team collapsed. Now, Steve Cohen, you can't make that declaration telling us to come fill the stadium when you gave us, first of all, you let our fan favorite go. And you let go of your closer, the best closer in baseball, go. There's not going to be no more Timmy Trumpet songs in the top of the ninth anymore. It's going to be something else now. It's going to be something else now. I don't understand this. It was when I was at work, I got this, and I saw the news just tickering on ESPN. Pete Alonso said Pete Alonso has agreed with the Orioles for 5 years, $155 million. And my contract was 4 years, $160. If I was GM. I don't understand why the general managers or guys in those positions always want to get their own people on the team. It's not about getting your own people on the team. It's about putting a winning product on the field, even if you have to use players that you yourself did not bring in. Your main objective is to put a winning product on the field every season. Especially when you made trades last season for players, they all failed. You already got a strike on you, David Stearns, for the trades you made last season. You had a strike on you already. This is strike 2. Now, if the team does not make the playoffs this season, I sure hope Steve Cohen fires you. I sure hope that. Because this is incompetence, in my opinion. I'm not in agreement with some podcaster who's a legendary WFAN host saying that he believes he knows what he's doing. I don't believe this guy understands the pulse of the fans. You got to read the fan base. Part of you being in that position as a team president is to, one, put a team together that you feel is going to be sustainable for the next 5 years. Okay. 2, you got to read the fan base. Now, I'm not saying let the fans be the general manager of the team. I'm gonna tell you that no, don't do that. Because I've seen some idiot Mets fans in these groups on Facebook. Trust me. Don't listen to them all the time. You traded away Nemo. I get it. His defense was subpar. But where was the return that I was looking for? Where was that starting pitching that failed last year? Where was that return? Your pitchers starting pitching averaged last year 4 1/3 inning. That is unacceptable for a major league franchise. This is not a little league. We're not playing 6-inning games. We're playing 9-inning games. And you have not provided a starting staff that could go at least 6 innings. Me as a GM, if I was a GM, I'm looking for pitchers who could give me at least 6 innings every start they get on their field. Give me 6 innings. Because the last thing I want to do is burn out my bullpen. Especially when you're contending to be in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't want to burn out that bullpen. But each time these guys go 4 1/3, you go into the bullpen, and the bullpen was garbage too. That's why we had to trade and get more people. And they were garbage too. Elsie. The guy they got from San Francisco. Gregorio Soto, who started off good, but got tired at the end. Where's your center fielder now? Who's going to be your center fielder? Tyrone Taylor? The good defensive player. We need more pop out there in center field. We need more pop out there. Who's going to be a left fielder now? Simeon now just blocked a position where you got 2 players that's playing in winter ball right now who could play second base. Now, they got no place to go. And I don't know if you guys seen highlights of Luis Angel Acuna. He is raking in winter ball right now. He's raking. I'm not sure how Mauricio is doing, but Acuna is trying to come for that spot. You got Beatty at third base right now. There's holes. You create. There was holes in the team last season. He created more holes after this debacle. Granted, everybody's trying to tell me, Dom, calm down. It's just the beginning of the hot stove. It's the beginning of the winter meetings. For me, this is a red flag because this is not the first mess up he has done so far. He's trying to make the New York Mets the Brewers. He's trying to make this team New York Brewers. And I don't like it. We're in New York. We spend big bucks. We get the big names. This is what New York is all about. Big names, hardworking players who ain't scared of the limelight. If I was, what would I do with David Stearns the way that the team is right now? The way team right now. What I would do right now? You got slim pickings. Now Cody Bellinger becomes a player of interest. You're going to overpay Cody Bellinger because you know the Yankees are not going to let him go without a fight. They need Cody Bellinger too. I'm hearing stories they're going to go after the Robert Suarez from the Padres, the close from the Padres. I'm hearing so many different shit right there that doesn't make any sense. So now you're going to deplete your farm system to make trades. Fernando Tatis Jr., he plays right field. You already got a right fielder in Soto. Who's going to play first base? Who's going to be your first baseman? I looked at some of the availability for first basemen. The top guy that really catches my eye is Carlos Santana, but he's 40 years old. So you let Alonso go for now, possibly side Carlos Santana as your first baseman, or putting Vientos at first base. You got Dominic Smith available. Is that gonna fill in the production that Alonso brought? Is it? Would you sign Justin Turner to come back to the Mets for a 1-year contract? The Pickens is not good. Josh Bell, a big bat, he can hit home runs, but he's gonna give Juan Soto the protection he needs. A lot of questions by not signing these two guys. Now I'm hearing through sources that Diaz was upset because they didn't come talk to him about bringing in Devin Williams. I don't think that is the case. I just felt that he felt jilted because he was not the priority to get signed. He felt they signed Devin Williams first ahead of me, and that hurt his feelings to the point that he took that $69 million. Like, F this, I'm not messing with this team. I'm not gonna let them kind of offer. I'm just gonna take the money and run and go to a team that's definitely going to be in the World Series again for the third year in a row. We haven't even talked about starting pitching yet. While you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, Dylan Cease goes to the Blue Jays because you want to stick to your 3-year contract type of mentality. We could have used Dylan Cease. They're talking about trading David Peterson, which, that I agree with. You could probably – I love having a good, solid left-hander in that starting rotation, but David Peterson ran out of gas. From midseason to the end, he ran out of gas. He really ran out of gas. So for me, he's tradable. Kodai Senga, he pleading with the Mets, don't trade him, but the guy gets hurt and he can't pitch no more. I need pitchers who could start every 5 days. I don't want a pitcher who pitches who could be a starting pitcher for once a week. I need a guy that's going to have to take the ball every 5 days. And Kodai Senga does not fit that bill for me. So you need to find pitchers who could take the ball every 5 days, no matter what. No matter what. Any Met fans that's watching the show, let me know. Tell me your thoughts on this. Doesn't look good. But now we have to deal with the reality. Pete Alonso, Edwin Diaz are no longer Mets. No longer Mets. And that's the reality that we all got to deal with now. Don't cry, dry your eyes. It is what it is right now. But this is a challenge for Steve Cohen here. What are you going to do about season tickets right now? Are you gonna make a demand for us to show up? Where were you throughout this process? You're the owner. You have the right to veto any decision your team president is making. You have a right to do that. Where were you? You were sitting back and let him run the show. But sometimes owners got to step in to fix what's going awry on the team. Where was Steve Cohen? Where are you, Uncle Steve? Where are you? We need to talk. We need to have a conversation. We are not happy. Mets fans are not happy right now. Not happy. And another thing too, what is the plan now? What is the plan that's going to have protection for Juan Soto in that lineup? Who's going to be playing left field? Who's going to be playing first base? Where does Brett? Is it at third base? Is it going to be Brett Beatty or Mark Vientos at third base? Who's going to be a DH? What is the plan? You fired the manager's coaching staff. You do not retain your first base coach who helped the Mets with outfield coaching and base running coaching. Where is that first base? Where is that new first base guy, coach? You replace the hitting coach. You replace the pitching coach. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I was hyped up. I was a mist. I was going to talk about the Haitian soccer team making the World Cup for the first time since 1974. I got to deal with this bullshit of Mets losing Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz. But before I get to the highlight of this episode, let me now talk to the team in MetLife wearing the green and white, which is the New York Jets. They lost 31-10 against the Dolphins this past Sunday. They dropped to 3-10. This team was not prepared. Again, like I mentioned against the Falcons with Bijan Robinson and the other running back, the Jets need to do a better job stopping the run. And then Shane went crazy, had seven carries for 92 yards before he left the game with an injury. Then his replacement comes in, Jalen Wright, goes for 24 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown. The Jets couldn't stop the running game. They lose Tyrod Taylor in the first quarter, which had to go to bradycook, because Justin Fields somehow got injured during practice. Nevertheless, we got a chance to see bradycook play football with the first team. He looked shaky. He looked shaky. He looked nervous out there. I wouldn't say he looked shaky. He looked nervous out there. Playing with the first team was like a foreign language to him in that game, which I blame the coaching staff. I really do blame the coaching staff, because you got to at least let the backup quarterback, if you know you don't have Fields as a backup quarterback, you got to at least let the backup quarterback run a few series with the first team in practice, whether it's the Friday walkthrough or not. Let them run a few series with the first team. When he came to the game, he had issues with the center. The center, Myers, let me tell you something. You move Tippmann over to the guard because of AVT's injury, and this guy, Myers, has been doing some funny shit. Talk about snapping violations almost every game. This got to stop. This got to stop with this guy. He's supposed to be what? They brought him in because he played with Fields in Ohio State. Granted, the offensive line did not play well against the Dolphins. Did not play well. Chubb was getting at the quarterback. The other pass rush was getting to the quarterback, whether it was Tyrod Taylor or bradycook, getting to him. Again, the guy I was beat up early in the season, Isaiah Williams, made the game somewhat respectable early. He tried to provide a jolt for the team to come back down 21-0 in the first quarter with a punt return touchdown. You know? And how about when you got the rookie quarterback in the game? All of a sudden, the receivers couldn't catch the ball. Mason Taylor had a few drops. Mechie, second game in a row, he's dropping the ball. Adonaimitchell drops the ball. You got to help this kid out. This kid got a live arm, but there's certain passes I felt he should have put some touch on it. You know what I'm saying? He was, like I said, I attributed that to being nervous, anxious, and also too excited to finally get his opportunity to play in an NFL game. He's an undrafted free agent. The game was moving too fast for him. Hopefully, with a full week practice with the first team and some film study, he could be better. But the kid has some potential. Would I call him my franchise quarterback? I don't know. But let's see what he got with a full week of practice with the first team. Aaronglenn, under no circumstances, should go back to Justin Fields. If Tyrod Taylor cannot play, this is Bradycook's show. The Jets re-signed Adrian Martinez. He was with the 49ers. He came back to the Jets. The Jets are short at quarterback. Good pickup. He knows the offense, and he could be a viable backup for Bradycook. But the offensive line, Fashanu, Membu had a bad game last week. They had a very bad game. Need to get back, step up, and protect this guy. So I see he could throw that football. Some throws was a little bit behind the receivers. Some throws he could have put a little touch to it. But we may have something here. I'll put it at 25%. 25%, we may have something here. Let's see how he does against the Jaguars. Very tough. The Jaguars are on top of the AFC South. What a bad loss and a big game for the New York Jets with Daniel Jones being injured with the Achilles. And Sauce Gardner's out with a calf injury, which also could be an Achilles too. They say it's not true, but the Jets may end up getting a good first-round draft pick sooner than you think. They could get that very good draft pick in this year's draft from the Colts. You know? But like I said, they got to run the football, run Breece, run Isaiah Davis, give Brady Cooks a chance to throw the football. He has some good rapport with number 47. I think that's Pitts. Number 47, that was the guy he was really connecting with. Number 47 of the Jets. He was connecting with him a lot. Not a lot, but it seemed much more a cleaner transition. And hopefully he improves his communications with the center, because he was fumbling, snap violations, doing wild fumbling the snap. And one thing I have to see when I saw in Brady Cook, he has to do a better job of protecting that football. The interceptions can't happen. You can't give the ball to the other team. And can somebody teach these guys in the secondary to catch the football? The Jets dropped potentially 2 interceptions last game. They could have the first interceptions of the year. They dropped it both times. Can these guys catch the motherfucking football? Would it turn the game around? But they got a game against the Jaguars this Sunday. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Jaguars is on a mission. They're trying to take control of the AFC South, which now they have a big chance of doing, because the Colts lost Daniel Jones with an Achilles injury. They basically signed Phillip Rivers off the couch from him raising his 10 kids to start for the Colts. He's on the practice squad, but I guarantee you, he'll be starting soon for the Colts. But guys, whatever happened to for the Colts? What happened to Anthony Richardson? Did they cut him? What's going on with him? Question. Could be something that Jets could look into if he's not the quarterback for them. But Tua had an okay game, 127 yards. But yeah. Now, before I end the podcast, I want to speak about the World Cup. Haiti national football team has qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. First appearance since 1974. I knew about this weeks ago. I have to apologize to my fellow Haitians. I forgot to mention it on the previous episodes. But finally, I got the opportunity to not talk about the Haitian team, despite all the struggles that's going on in the country. With the turmoil, with the gang violence, this team rose up to give the country some hope. To give this country some hope. On the day the qualification happened on November 18th, which is the anniversary of the Battle of the Vétières, Battle of Vétières Day, Haitian Independence Day, which was the key battle that enabled Haiti to get their independence from France back in 1804. Actually happened in 1803, but eventually led to the independence of Haiti of January 1st, 1804. Okay. This team went through a lot of struggles. Their team was not able to play a single game in Haiti. They played all their games on the road. You couldn't practice in Haiti because of the gang violence. You know what I'm saying? They overcame regional opponents like Costa Rica, Honduras to be the top team in CONCACAF qualifying group. Haiti was the top team in CONCACAF for the World Cup. Now the stages has been set. They're in Group C. They're in Group C, in a very tough group. We got Brazil, Morocco, Scotland in that group. I thought that's a setup though, but it's okay though. One thing us Haitians know how to do is overcome the odds. And let's put it out there. I do see them in World Cup competition, the one in the tournament of all. I'm hoping and praying they get there by the Spirit of God, the will of God. They get there. You know, this is great to see this because I'd never seen Haiti in the World Cup. The last time they did, I wasn't even born yet. It was 4 years before I was born. And I'm just thinking, seeing this happen made me think about my father, my father. He's been passed away for 15 years this year, 15 years in April of 2025. It'll be 15 years. And my father always talk about soccer. Always talk about soccer. My father used to talk about the formations, the 4-2-4, the 2-4-4, the 4-4-2, and just break it down, why he would use those formations depending on the type of people you have on the field. He used to break it down. I know if he was still alive, he would have been 98 years old. To see this happen would have made his heart, smile. It would have made him smile, And it's too bad he's not here to see it. I know he was truly a Haitian patriot of Haiti. I know he loves the United States for the opportunity, but his heart was always with Haiti, no matter what. And it kind of sucks that the travel ban affects the Haitian fans from Haiti. They can't come into the country because of the travel ban. So the Haiti is going to be playing in Philadelphia. They're going to be playing Scotland. Let me get the scheduling. Haiti's going to be playing Scotland in Philadelphia, which is a big time Haitian town. I got a large contingent of family members in Philadelphia. We all gonna be. I will be in Philadelphia. I will be in Philadelphia for that match, and they're gonna take on Brazil, I believe, in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I hope to be there. I hope to be there in Atlanta for that game. I don't know if I could be able to get tickets. Them tickets is going for $2,000 a pop. I just saw the price on it on TickPick. $2,000 a pop for that game. So, like I said, we can't wait. We can't wait for the World Cup to start, for the Haitian team to represent for all of us. You know what I'm saying? To bring some good news back to the country. Let me tell you something about the sport of soccer. The sport of soccer could either start a war or end a war. That's how powerful this sport soccer, as the people outside the United States call it football. That's how powerful that this sport is. Everything will stop everyone will be on the television screen to watch the soccer games. Everyone will be on there. Through all this turmoil, and of course the president has something negative to say about Haiti again. I mean, listen, people could say whatever the hell they want about Haiti, but never admit truths about Haiti and their contributions throughout the Americas, from North America to South America, their contributions. People can say what the hell they want, but they can't take away the story of Haiti. They can never take away the spirit of the people. That spirit is unbreakable, and I trust and believe God has a plan for us to collect our debts, and we're going to collect our debts. I promise you that. Haiti will collect its debts. Just make sure those countries are prepared to pay it, because the payment's not going to be money. I'll tell you that. So I'm not going to end the podcast, but I still got to talk about the New York Knicks. You thought that I was done with the podcast? Hell no. We're going to talk about the New York Knicks beating the Toronto Raptors last night to qualify for the semifinals of the Emirates Cup. The winner will go face on the Western winner between the Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. Big game. Brunson, they're back to the old ways of doing things. So I kind of didn't want to, but I like how Cat is sacrificing his points and be more of a guy on the backboards, blocking shot. His block shot's not there yet, but he's out there grabbing rebounds and the contributions of Mitchell Robinson, of course. Every time he steps on the floor, Mitchell Robinson finds a way to change the game that no other center can change the game that I've seen in recent time. Blocking shots, grabbing steals. He runs out to the three-point line and stops the players from shooting three-pointers. This is something. There's a different feel about this Knicks team, man, and I kind of like it. They got off to a slow start on the road. I think it's starting to pick up now. But now they get to play to Orlando again for the semifinals, which I was kind of pissed at Desmond Bane the other game when they played against Orlando, when OG they were battling for a loose ball, and then Desmond Bane looked like he did some dirty shit. He took the ball and threw it at purposely. Looked at OG and threw the ball at him. He got a technical foul for that. I mean, he said it wasn't malicious. They hugged and made up after the game, but nevertheless, come on, guys. They got to deal with Orlando, beat Orlando, get to the finals, and we'll see what the Knicks look like against either the Lakers or Wemby and the Spurs. We'll have to see how they look. So, on that note, what else can I add to this podcast before I end it? I want to let you guys, before I end the podcast, I'm going to play the Haitian national anthem with the photos of the Haitian soccer team. I do not own the rights. I do not own the rights to the Haitian national anthem, but I want to show the dignity of my people and the pride they have in making the World Cup. As far as not just the pride of making the World Cup, just showing our true resiliency as a nation throughout all the turmoil. We still continue to show resiliency. The unbreakable spirit of Haiti. I just want to play that before I end the podcast. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this brief little video. I'll be back to close out the podcast. Enjoy this video. All right, as we end the podcast, like and subscribe to my podcast on Instagram and YouTube at True Players Podcast. Like and follow. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Tell your friends about the channel. And definitely, guys, thank you for watching the show. I'll see you on the next episode. We probably will be back soon with another episode with Joey G as we talk about Bret Hart and the wrestling. So on that note, guys, peace. See you on the next episode.